Good day to you. This is teacher Leland, Alejandro, and we're going to discuss today complementary angles and supplementary angles. We're going to check on the problem sets and do a little discussions with the problems. So let us see the problem set on the other screen. Okay, here's the problem set, and it's about 10 questions. So we will be doing the solutions and the answers. Okay, so for this we have complementary and supplementary angles, and these are our lecture examples. So we're going to have the first problem over here. So find the measure of angle B. So for this set of angles, we have two angles here. They are complement of each other. So the total is 90. So we can set up the equation first and then find the unknown. Okay, let us see the given. Okay, let us see the given here. We have here a B and 54, and we have the marking of a right angle there. That means the total of the angle B and the 54 degrees is 90. So we can set up the equation for our solution. Okay, so for our solution here, we can set up the equation, and this will be B plus 54 must be equal to 90. And so we can solve this equation by just subtraction property. Subtract 54. Let me subtract that from both sides. So this will be minus 54. 54 there. Okay. And so the next line we will have just B at the left side, and the right side will be how much is that? 36. That should be 36 degrees. Yes. Okay. So that should be the answer for angle B, and we can verify that over here. There. Okay. So it displays the answer there. It's 36 degrees. All right. That goes to our first number. Let's continue with the next. Let's have let's clear the screen and proceed to the second. All right, here's the second. Okay, find the measure of angle B. Okay, number one was complementary angles. This time we have a linear pair. Okay, you can see the straight line here. You can see the straight line, and we have the first angle added to the second angle. They form a straight line, or the total produces a straight angle. Therefore, our working equation will be the two angles added equals 180. So they are supplementary. Okay. So for our solution, we're going to have the equation B added to the 119. That should be equal to 180. This is our working equation, and we're going to solve this. All right. Let us subtract 119 from both sides. So this will be equals 180 and also minus 119, like that. So we can just extend this. So here, all right. So we just did the subtraction property from both sides. And the next line will be, the right side will just be the variable B and the difference. So that will be how much? We have a 1, okay, and then that becomes 7. That should be about 61 degrees. Okay, so that should be it. All right, let us verify the answer. So our answer is 61 degrees, and we can verify that on the other side there. All right, so that's it. The numbers below the diagram, you can see it's the confirmation 61 degrees. Okay, very simple. These are supplementary angle pair, okay, supplementary. The first number, that was complementary. So when the sum is 90, then it is called complementary. If the sum is 180, then it is called supplementary angles. All right, this is the second. Let's continue with the third. So let me just erase the answer and then proceed to the third. Okay, here's the next diagram or figure. Find the measure of angle B. Okay, so you just have to observe first the diagram before you conclude about how you are going to write the equation. So first, by observation, you can see that this is again another straight line there, okay? It's another straight line there. And so we have the angles. This is the angle B, and this is the other angle. And the total forms a straight line or a straight angle. Therefore, they are supplementary, okay? Supplementary. And so we're going to set up our working equation, okay, for the solution. Our working equation will be the sum of B and 45 must be equal to 180. That should be 80 there, 180. And so this will be very simple. Subtract 45 from both sides. We should already know how to solve linear equations at this point. So we simply subtract 45 from both sides. And the left side will be just the variable equal to 180 minus 45. That should be about 135. So this is the answer, 135 degrees. That's the unknown angle B. And we can verify that there. Okay, so that's 135. We can now continue with the next number. Let's clear the screen. Continue with number 4. Okay, here's number 4. Okay, observe the figure. There's a triangle, but observe it carefully. The triangle has an extra side which will not affect the way you will think of the equation. And you can still see that it's a straight line there. Okay, and notice this angle to be added to this angle forms a straight angle. So this line here is not really affecting your solution. So all you need to do is figure out the working equation. So for the solution, we have the equation B, add 36, that should be equal to a straight angle 180 degrees. They are supplementary. Okay, so we're going to solve this. We start with the equation, and then this is equal to 180. We'll be applying subtraction property here. Subtract 36 from both sides. So this is minus 36. And also go to the right side, and we're going to subtract 36 there. And the left side will just be the variable B. And this will be 180 minus 36. So this will be about 144. 144. All right, that should be our answer. Angle B is 144. You can always check your answer. Okay, for you to check the answer is this way. You get your given, which is B plus 36. At this point, you already know your B. So that means when you add the B and the 36 degrees, it should amount to 180. So you simply use the 144, and then you add 36, and that should be amounting to, okay, that should be amounting to 180 there. Okay, that should be 180. That's the check. And so our angle B should be 144 degrees, correct? Okay, so that should be correct. And we can verify that. You can see the diagram. Okay, you can see the diagram there. below the diagram, you have the answer, 144 degrees. That goes to our number 4. We can continue with the next example. Let's continue with number 5. Okay, here's number 5. All right, you can see the figure, and there is this symbol over there. You can see the symbol there, that symbol. There, okay? That means the sum of the two angles is a right angle, and a right angle is measure is 90 degrees. And so this angle plus this angle means 90 degrees. And so they are complementary, okay? They are complementary. So we can actually set up our solution. Complementary angles. Complementary angles. There. And so our working equation will be B plus the 58 must be equal to 90 degrees. And so we continue with the solution by subtracting 58 from both sides. Okay, this will be 58 there. And left side will be just variable B, and this will be amounting to 32. 32 degrees is the answer. Okay, and so we are done with the computation. Very simple computation. We can verify the answer below the diagram. There, okay, you can see it over here. It's 32 degrees. All right, so let's continue with the next number. We have discussed several supplementary angle pairs and complementary angle pairs. Let's continue with the next number. It's number 6. Okay, here's number 6. Okay, we have 3 lines intersecting, forming two angles for a total of 90 degrees, as you can see from the red mark. Okay, again, that will be your clue there. That red mark there, okay, that will tell you that the measure is 90 degrees when they are added, and so we have a complementary angle pair here. Complementary angles for this number. Okay, and so we can set up our equation. B, we add 43. That should be equal to 90 degrees. So solving the linear equation, subtract 43 from both sides. This will be variable B, and this should give us 47. That should become 47 degrees. All right, and so we can verify the answer. This is our answer. That's 47 degrees. Okay. And so we can verify the answer below the diagram. That is where the usual location of the confirmation there. Okay, so it's also 47 as indicated by the computer's database. So that's 47 degrees. Okay, all measurements in degrees. So we're now going to continue with the next number. Just remember, for complementary angles, the sum of the angles will have to be 90 degrees. For supplementary angles, the sum of the angles will be 180. So we're going to continue now with the next number 7. Okay, here's number 7. The instruction is find the value of x and the measurement of the unknown angles. Okay, so as you can see from the diagram, you can analyze it first. Okay, you can analyze it first, and you can see that this is a straight line. Okay, and this is another line there, and the mark says they are perpendicular. They formed 90 degrees, and that means if this is 90, if this is 90, then this is also 90 there, because the total is a straight line. Okay, so we can say that the sum of 1 plus 5x plus 4x plus 8, okay, it is 90. They are complementary because it's the other half of the straight angle. So the total of 1 plus 5x degrees plus 4x plus 8 degrees is equal to 90. Okay, all right, you can see it from the diagram. All right, so we can set up the equation. We can start with a solution. So for this particular problem, you can consider this complementary. Okay, we're solving for a complementary angle pair. All right, so we have the solution. Okay, we start with the given 1 plus 5x, and then you're going to add the other one, 4x plus 8, and the sum of this should be 90. Yeah. Okay, here's our working equation. And so with this linear equation, we will have to solve for x first before we can solve for the angles. Okay, so removing the parentheses and adding like terms, it will be like this: 1 plus 5x plus 4x plus 8 must be equal to 90. There. Adding the numbers, we're going to have 9. And then adding the, if you add x terms, 5x and 4x, we're going to have 9x there. And this must be equal to 90. Okay, so that's it. We added the numbers, we got 9, we added the terms with x, we also get a 9. Now, we can simplify the equation. Actually, if you divide each, all right, by 9, you can end up with something smaller numbers. Dividing everything by 9, okay, if you divide all terms, okay, divide all terms by 9, okay, and the result will be 1 plus x, and then this is equal to, after dividing that by 9, that will just be 10. Okay, all right, divide the 9, that will become 1. Divide the 9x by 9, that will become x. Dividing the 90 by 9, that will be 10. And we are working with smaller numbers now. Subtracting 1 from each side, this will be minus 1. And this is also minus 1. We have x equal to 9 there. Okay, and so we found our x. Okay, now we can solve for the value of each angle. Okay, one of the angles has the expression, all right, 1 plus 5x. Okay, 1 plus 5x. So 1 plus 5x means 1 plus 5 times 9. Okay, 5 multiplied by 9. And so this is equal to 1 plus 45 there. And so this is amounting to 46 degrees. Okay. All right. Next, we can solve for the other. All right. The other one is expressed 4x plus 8. So we have 4x plus 8. Okay. So this means 4 times 9 plus 8. And this gives us 36 plus 8. Okay. This will be amounting to 44 degrees. Yeah. And so we have 46 and 44. All right. And we can have a check. We can have a check over here. Check. All right. We have 46. Then you're going to add 44. That will be amounting to, how much is that? That should be 90. Okay. That should amount to 90. If when added, that should be 90. All right. So that means our 46 degrees and 44 degrees are the right values of the angles. Okay. So 46 is over here. and the 44 is over here. All right, that's it. This will be for number 7, and let's continue with number 8. All right, let's continue with number 8. All right, here's number 8. Find the value of x and the measurement of the unknown angles. Okay, let's analyze the figure. We have here a straight line there, and another straight line over there. Okay, although these are two intersecting lines, the angle pair is not vertical angles. Okay, we have here a linear pair. This plus this is 180, so they are supplementary angle pair. And so we can set up our equation. Okay, for our solution, we have here the angle 4x plus the angle 2x must be equal to 180. There. And so we can add like terms. We will get 4x plus 2x is 6x, and this will just be equal to 180. Okay, so at this point you can divide. Okay, 6x divided by 6 is equal to 180, also divided by 6. Yeah, so left side will just be x, and 180 divided by 6, that should be about 30. That's the value of our x. X is equal to 30. All right, let us now determine the first angle. All right, the first angle has the expression 4x. Okay, 4x means 4 times 30. 4 times 30 there. And this will amount to 120 degrees. There. Okay. Next, the other angle is 2x. So we can actually express or use the expression 2x, and this means 2 times the 30, the value of x. 2 times 30, and we have something like that should be how much? 60. Yes, 60. There. This will be 60 degrees. There. All right, so these are the answers. Okay, these are the answers. 60 degrees and 120 degrees. So our answer, we have x equals 30. First angle, the larger, is 120, and second angle is 60. You can always check your answer. Doing the check, you have 120 plus the 60. Okay, you can add 60, and that should amount to 180 degrees. There. Very simple. And we were able to get all the answers required. Let's proceed to number 9. Let's continue with the next number 9. All right, here's the next one. Find the value of x and the measurement of the unknown angles. Okay, observe the figure. You can check on the figure. You have a straight ray here and a straight segment over there. All right, you also have a straight segment here, but that's immaterial. Okay, it doesn't affect our solution. All right, the straight line here, okay, means when you add this angle and this angle, that forms a straight angle. So this is a supplementary angle pair, and so we can set up our equation. The sum is 180. So for our solution, this will now be 5x plus 3, and then add 3x plus 1. Okay, this must be equal to 180. You can put this in parentheses first, like that, to indicate that these are two quantities to be added, so that the sum is 180. And here's our working equation. Okay, on the next line, you can remove the parentheses. Okay, this would be 5x plus 3 plus 3x plus 1. That should be equal to 180. There. And we can now combine like terms. We can start with x terms, the terms with the x. So that will be 5x plus 3x. That should be 8x. Adding the numbers, now we have the 3 and the 1 added together, that gives 4. And so the right side will just be 180. All right. To continue, we subtract the 4 from both sides. So subtract 4 here and subtract 4 the right side. The next line will just be 8x, and the right side here will now be 176. There. So that will be, yes, 176. And then we're going to divide both sides by 8. We have something like 176 divided by 8. This amounts to x equal to 22. Yes, 22. All right, that should be our x value. We can now use the x value to solve for the angles. Okay, so let us start with 5x plus 3 angle. You can see this part. Okay, we can solve that first. Okay, we're going to use the expression 5x plus 3. We can put a line here. There. Okay, so that yeah, to exclude the first solution from the second. All right, so we continue with the solution. 5x plus 3. Okay, let me just remove that part. Okay, we continue with 5x plus 3, and we are going to substitute now the 22. So this is 5 times 22 plus 3. This becomes, how much is that? That will be 110, okay? And then we add 3 there. That gives us 113. Yes, all right, so this will be 113 for our first angle. Solve for the other angle. All right, the other angle is 3x plus 1. This will now be 3x plus 1. All right, so 3 times the quantity 22 plus 1. So we have 66 plus 1. And so we have 67 there. And so these are the two angles and the x. We have all the requirements required. So we have the measure 113. That should be the larger. Okay, that should be the larger here. So 113 is this. And where is 67? It's the other one over there. That's the 67 degrees. So you can always check your answer, all right? You can check and verify. Get the first angle 113, and then we add 67, okay? You add 67, and that should be about 180 degrees, okay? All right, so this is actually the right answers, okay? That goes to our number 9. So all units in degrees, angular measure. All right, let's continue with number 10. Here is our number 10. Okay, here's our number 10. The two angles total is 90 degrees. So they are complementary, okay, complementary. So our working equation, this will now be x plus 12, and then you're going to add 63, and this amounts to 90. X plus 12 plus 63 equals 90 degrees. They are complementary angles. Okay, so this will be our solution. This will be our working equation. We continue with the solution by adding like terms. First, we remove the grouping symbol, and this is equal to 90 there. Combining like terms, we have x plus how much is that? 75, okay? 75, and this equates to 90. Subtracting 75 from both sides, we're going to have minus 75 and minus 75 also. So the next line will just be x for the left side, and the right side is just 15. And we have the value of x. Next thing to do is solve for one of the angles. The other angle is already given at 63. So we only need to get the x plus 12 angle. So that will be x plus 12. So we will have 15 plus 12. And so the value of the other angle is 27 degrees. There, 27 degrees. That should be the answer. And you can always do a check. You can always do a check here. The check is now 15. We can get the angles first. 63 and 27 there. And then we're going to add, and we shall get the sum here, which is obviously 90. And that means our answer 27 is correct. And that should be it for our discussions. These are the 10 examples, and that's it for supplementary and complementary angles. So this will be all for now, and see you later for another discussions.